Thank you. Contestant number 4, please come to the stage. Contestant number 4, Niharika Suravarjjala. Jump in. Jump in. Niharika Suravarjjala.
The water consumed the last of my body. I felt myself grasping for air as the water swirled around me, and the amount of energy I could use on trying to pry my body free from the strong current was decreasing at a rapid rate. I felt myself sinking lower and lower and lower into the American River. Pitch blackness, a death-defying moment, and there was only one thought on my mind. Dang it, my dad said Chipotle on him tonight. But more importantly, how did I get myself into this mess? It was the summer of 2017, and my parents had decided it was time for a family bonding trip of a lifetime to the American River. Their instructions were clear. Kids, pack yourselves and your things and get in the car. We need this vacation. Okay, Mom and Dad, and that's exactly what we did. I made sure to pack all our belongings, especially bug spray. Did I mention I hate bugs? And we got in the car to begin our drive to the river. The 2-hour drive to the American River was one of the most memorable experiences of my life. Also, because it was 2 of the most excruciating hours of my life. Sitting next to my little brother singing, "Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all," as he played Pokemon Go, and my sister asking every 10 seconds, "Does my hair look good in this lighting? No, does it look better in this lighting?" was insufferable. You better believe when we arrived at the river, I was the first one to open the van door, jump out of the car to take in the view of mostly dead grass and brown hills. Mom and Dad, we have this back at home. Where are we? But that's when I heard it, the roar of the river. And I went to the nearest overlook to take in the American River. It was beautiful, extending for miles and miles on either side and full of these roaring rapids. But before I could take in the breathtaking view for a second longer, a spider decided to join me on the ledge. Did I mention I hate bugs? I quickly did what any sane person would do, and I grabbed the bottle of bug spray and started spraying that spider. All sides. Bam! Bam! One more for good measure, bam! The spider was gone. And so was my family's entire supply of bug spray we bought for this trip. I had to go hide the evidence, and as I ran to hide the bottle, I tripped and fell in the pool of bug spray I had just got onto the ground. When I tried to get up, instead of seeing a normal-looking ankle, I saw some weird tomato-like bulging thing, and when I tried to put weight on it, my suspicion was confirmed. It was a sprain. I hobbled back over to the campsite to break the news to my parents when I saw my dad doing a silly little dance. Woohoo! Woohoo! Dad, I know we're in the wilderness, but please stop doing that. Someone could still see you. No, kids, nothing can stop me today because we're going whitewater rafting. Woohoo! Woohoo! But, Dad, whitewater rafting, I have a sprained ankle. There's no way I can go. And that's when my dad said a few words to me that changed the course of this trip forever. Niharika, this trip is non-refundable. I knew my dad, and I knew what those words meant. So I hobbled back over to the riverbed with the rest of my family to join our tour guide for our whitewater rafting experience. As we started our journey along the river, the silly dance my dad was doing earlier started to make a lot more sense. Right, left, we were flowing and rowing with the rhythm of the river until the tour guide stopped us at a bend and offered us the opportunity of a lifetime. He said, "Family, at the American River, we give you the chance to swim a rapid. Swim a what now? I looked back in the raft and didn't see any crazies in this boat. There was no way we were going to do that, especially with my sprained ankle. That's when I felt a few taps on my shoulder. It was my parents and siblings giving me thumbs up and smiles and encouraging me to jump in. Were they gonna actually make me do this? There's no way I could. Just as I was about to tell my extremely valid reason of why I couldn't jump to the tour guide said a few words to me that changed the course of my life forever. Don't think twice, jump in. For a second, I could swear the roars of the river got a little quieter, and the water seemed almost inviting. I decided to do the unthinkable. Without thinking twice, I jumped in. I felt myself sinking lower and lower and lower into the American River. The water was swirling all around me. The amount of energy I could use on trying to pry my body free from the strong current was decreasing at a rapid rate, until I felt a warm arm come over my shoulder and pull me closer to the raft, then into the boat. I was safe, and there was my family. Ladies and gentlemen, life is a lot like this trip to the American River. Hopefully a lot less spider murders, swollen ankles, and death-defying jumps into freezing cold water, but a lot of making decisions. We're forced to make important decisions every day. Should I jump into this water? Should I talk to my boss about that promotion? Should I approach that person at the gym I've always wanted to be friends with? And I'm not saying you have to make decision A or decision B. I'm saying make a decision, because any experience is better than none at all. That day, it was my sprained ankle that was holding me back, the roars of the river that were scaring me away. And it could be something like that for each and every one of us. What's holding you back? Is it a hidden fear, a trauma, maybe just laziness? Don't let it hold you back. Today, I'm here to share with you what the tour guide shared with me that day. Don't think twice. Jump in. Back to you, Contest Toastmaster.
Timekeepers, may we have 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots, please.